No Pilates, no crunches, definitely no sit-ups, no twisting, no bending, no being on all fours, and definitely no lifting your hands over your head. Pull-ups, they're a no-no too. Swimming, forget about that, you can't do that. So what exercise can you do when you have diastasis? When all you hear is all these people fear-mongering, telling you don't do this, don't do that, you can't do anything. We're getting into all these exercises that you've heard that you should not do when you have diastasis recti. We're gonna break it down and see, can you do these exercises or should you wait? Welcome to the Strong Mom channel with fitness and nutrition for strong moms like you so that you can be strong from the inside out, especially after having a baby. So if you're a mom or a soon-to-be mom, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell below so you never miss a Tuesday video. Welcome back, moms. My name is Denise Chiriboga, and I'm a personal trainer and holistic nutritionist, and I specialize in helping moms get rid of the mummy tummy after baby. Now, I've definitely said not to do crunches. I even did a video talking all about why moms should never do crunches, but that was before I know what I know now. And research and science doesn't support all these no-no exercises that you've heard. In fact, you likely just need to learn a better strategy to doing these exercises or learn how to work up to doing these exercises. So the first one is crunches and sit-ups. And I actually did a video about this, and the video is something like why no mom should do crunches. And so obviously that doesn't hold true anymore. The problem is that most people just don't know how to do crunches properly, and they're just pooching their belly out. And I would never tell a newly postpartum mom to go and do crunches. That's not gonna do anything to help her core. But where I would start, if you do want to do crunches and learn how to do them properly, is make sure that you are activating your transversus abdominis and your pelvic floor muscles. So if you're a mom and you have a diastasis, I want you to do your pelvic floor contraction with your TA contraction and take a look. Maybe like you're holding a video, like selfie video stick or something, and you're seeing, while you do that crunch, are you seeing that doming down the midline? And if yes, try a different strategy. We'll get into strategies after. Maybe you're just not ready for it yet. Now, here's the thing with doming. Doming down the midline is not a bad thing. It's actually really good for you to see, oh, okay, I'm doming while I do this exercise. Maybe I should hold off. I'm gonna strengthen a little bit and then maybe try it a week later, 2 weeks later. Oh, my doming has gone down. Okay, so I'm improving. So doming isn't a bad thing. So if you're a new mom and want to know how do I contract my pelvic floor and my transversus abdominis like I'm talking about, I want you to go and check out this video, because this video is gonna show you how to do that, and this forms the basis of all of your diastasis healing exercises. And for those of you who have downloaded my Flat Belly After Baby ebook, you're probably saying, but Denise, one of those 10 tips in your book was not to do crunches. So, okay, well, thanks for paying attention. Here's the deal. Yes, I do need to generalize. When I'm talking to large populations, if I'm talking to you guys, I don't know who's downloading my book. Do you know how to do your pelvic floor contraction yet, or contract your transversus abdominis? If not, I don't want to be telling you to go do crunches, because that's going to do nothing for your core. So you got to kind of go back with baby steps and learn step 1 first. So while yes, I do generalize some of the times, it's sometimes necessary. Now, for those of you wondering, what is this book all about? All right, I want you to come over here. I'm gonna put the link below, and this is my Flat Belly After Baby ebook with 10 holistic ways to get a flatter belly after baby. One of them being with exercise. The other one is my generalization of not doing crunches. You can get the rest in the ebook. All right, on to number 2 is no raising your arms or no shoulder presses. Okay, this is ridiculous. One of my clients brought this to my attention. I'm like, I have never heard that one. So ridiculous as it sounds, with my client, she was pregnant at the time. When she was actually doing lat pull downs, she was actually doming down her midline. And what we did was we did a couple things. So we needed to change her strategy. We reduced the weights. That helped significantly. And we also changed her breathing. So we made sure that when she was doing her pull downs, we made sure that she was picking up her blueberry. Remember, that's the pelvic floor contraction, and contracting her TA at the same time before she started pulling down the cable. So if you're somebody who's seeing that doming shape when you do certain movements, even arms above your head, it could be as simple as this. Putting your arms above your head, leads you to, you know, kind of move backwards because you don't have the range of motion, that might be making that midline protrude out a little bit as well. So you just need to be watching. Work out with a bra top, with a tank top on, so you can see what's happening down there. So speaking of strong arms and shoulder presses, if you are into arms and abs workout, like who isn't, I am all about efficiency. So I paired the two in this 10-minute workout. You just need some light weights, and this is specific for diastasis recti healing. Yes, you are going to help and work on those diastasis exercises at the same time as getting some strong arms. So make sure you do that video with me here. Mamas, I'm so curious to hear about what exercises you've been told or you've heard or you've read that you shouldn't do when you have diastasis. Put them in the comments below because I'm really curious. So the third one is doing any activities on all fours. So this is one that I also generalize about, but I want you to think about what happens when you are in an all four position. You have all of your stomach contents, your organs, everything that is pushing against your belly. So if you think about that diastasis, that is the gap that you have. If you're on an all fours position, all your stomach contents are putting pressure onto that midline, that connective tissue, that wall here. So if your connective tissue isn't strong enough, if you can't hold a good pelvic floor contraction, then this is something I would stay away from. And I want you to remember that diastasis is a pressure problem, and being on all fours puts pressure down the midline. However, if you're able to be in an all four position, you can hold a pelvic floor contraction and, you know, contract your TA without any kind of protrusion or doming happening here, then maybe you're good to go for a few repetitions of whatever exercise you're doing. So naturally, we don't spend too much time on all fours, but what if you're a mom and you're working on your deep core, your pelvic floor connection, and you really want to do planks or you want to do push-ups? How do you bridge the gap from where you are now in your diastasis recti healing journey to where you want to be? Well, I'm glad you asked, and I'm glad you're thinking about things in the future because we're going to dive into all of that next week. So I want you to make sure that you hit subscribe and you hit the notification bell so you're notified of that video. And the last and final exercise that you should never, ever, ever do is anything that involves twisting. I want you to think about this one for a second. When's the last time you were driving peacefully in your car and your baby was quiet? Like quiet. No, you are constantly reaching back here, putting in a pacifier because all you want is some peace and quiet. It's impossible. Twisting is like a major function that we need to do every day as mothers. So saying you should stay away from twisting is not real. It's not possible. So I want you to do this. I want you to sit down where you are right now, and I want you to simulate you turning and reaching back to that baby, putting in a pacifier, whatever it is that you're doing. And I want you to take a look down the midline. Are you seeing any doming happening down the midline? Do you see that protrusion? If not, that's great. But if you are, let's change the strategy. So again, back to basics, back to our foundation. I want you to make sure that you're picking up that blueberry, that's your pelvic floor contraction, that you are contracting your TA before you reach and push that pacifier in. Now, once you've contracted, what's happening in the midline? Now do you see the bulging out? If not, great, this is what I want you to practice. But if so, it's all right. It just means you are not there yet. And I want you to still go back and do all your homework. You know what you gotta do. So now you know that all these exercises that people say you shouldn't do and stay away from are not inherently bad. You just have to know how to do them properly so that you're not increasing any of the pressure that is in your abdominal cavity. So we don't wanna make diastasis worse. We wanna make it better. And now you know what to look for in your body and how to change your strategy so you're doing it correctly or even better than you were before. So I know why you're here. You want more information because you want to get a flatter belly. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm putting all these videos on YouTube so that I can help you. But videos will only get you so far. I provide a lot of free content, but I know you want to reach your goal. So Think about working one-on-one with me where I will be your coach and lead you and guide you through everything that you need to do. So whether that's online training, whether that's one-on-one in person if you live near me, or in my small group coaching program. So if you want to hear more about those options, please make sure to check out my website, strongmom.ca/tummyfix. I'll put the link in the box below. You can check out the options so that we can work together so that you can finally feel confident from the inside out and get rid of the mommy pooch. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to share it with all your moms because this is the stuff that nobody else is talking about. And I will see you in the next video. Remember to hit the bell button so you don't miss next week's video.